And my friend, let me tell you something straight. Life is not free. Every choice has a price tag. Some people pay in advance with discipline, others pay later with regret. But the truth is this: discipline is always cheaper than regret. Discipline feels heavy in the beginning. Waking up early when the bed is warm. Saying no to junk when your cravings scream. Reading when your friends waste hours scrolling. Saving when others spend. These little choices, they sting, they demand effort, and they look unfair. But discipline is like paying a small fee every single day. It costs you comfort, it costs you laziness, it costs you excuses. But regret, and regret is bankruptcy of the soul. It comes when the chance is gone, when the door is closed, when you're older and look back and say, I could have, I should have, but I didn't. Regret charges you interest. It makes you replay the same movie of missed opportunities over and over. It eats your peace. It steals your sleep. And not just to live. Understand this: you don't escape payment. You either sweat a little now through discipline, or bleed a lot later through regret. Which price do you want to pay? Start today, not tomorrow. Not when it feels right, when life becomes easy. Today, because discipline is a seed. The earlier you plant, the stronger the tree. Every act of discipline compounds. Every small effort stacks. Discipline today is freedom tomorrow. Freedom to live healthy. Freedom to live wealthy. Freedom to live proud. So, stop bargaining with yourself. Stop delaying your destiny. Stop whispering, later. The clock is ticking, and life does not wait. Remember, comfort will tempt you, and it will cost you everything. Discipline will test you, but it will give you everything. Pay now with sweat, or pay later with tears. Discipline is cheaper than regret. Choose wisely. Start today. My friend, life is a marketplace. Every dream has a price. Every vision demands currency. And the currency of achievement is discipline. But many people don't realize this truth until it's too late. They try to buy freedom on credit, borrowing time, borrowing energy, borrowing excuses, and not just to live. And when the bill comes due, it arrives not in dollars, but in the crushing weight of regret. Discipline is daily payment. You pay a little each day with effort, and not just to live, with sacrifice, with patience. When you wake up earlier than your body wants to. When you choose to study instead of scrolling. When you run in the cold while others hide in bed. When you put money aside instead of wasting it on impulses. These are not punishments. They are payments. And not just like small deposits in a bank. Each act of discipline may seem tiny in the moment, but over time, they accumulate into something powerful. Regret, on the other hand, is a debt that compounds with interest. It does not come in small, gentle reminders. It arrives as a storm, as a weight on your chest at night, and not just as a whisper when you see someone living the life you wanted. Regret is expensive, because it takes not only your past, but also poisons your future. It makes you believe you are too late, too broken, too far behind to begin again. Think about this: discipline demands payment up front. Regret demands payment forever. And which one sounds wiser to you? A man who practices discipline may pay daily in sweat, but he sleeps with peace. A man who avoids discipline may rest in the moment, but he wakes to pain that never leaves. Discipline is not glamorous. It doesn't post on social media. It doesn't look heroic. It's boring. It's routine, and not just to live. It's uncomfortable. It's the alarm clock at 5 a.m. It's the salad when you want the cake. It's the book when you want the TV. But those daily payments build a foundation. And not just to live, they build muscle in your body, strength your mind, and resilience in your spirit. Small acts of discipline compound into big rewards. This is the secret most people ignore. And they think success comes in sudden breakthroughs, in giant leaps and lucky chances. But the truth is, this success is interest earned on years of small deposits, and not just to live. Just like money grows with compound interest, your life grows with compound discipline. Do you want health? Then discipline your diet, discipline your workouts, and discipline your sleep. Do you want wealth? Then discipline your spending, discipline your saving, discipline your work ethic. Do you want love? Then discipline your words, discipline your patience, discipline your respect for others. Each small act may seem invisible at first. Skip one workout. Who notices? Waste $1. What's the harm? And not just to live. Tell one small lie, who cares? But the danger is not in the single act, it's in the pattern it creates. Undisciplined choices compound too. Laziness compounds. Not debt compounds. Disrespect compounds. And in the end the bill is too heavy to carry. But the same is true for discipline. Do a push-up today and it looks like nothing. Do a push-up every day for a year and your body transforms. Save a single dollar today and it feels like nothing. Save $1 every day for years and your wealth grows. Speak with kindness today and it may go unnoticed. Speak with kindness every day and you build unshakable relationships. Discipline is not about perfection, and it is about persistence. Even if you fail one day, return the next. Even if you stumble, pay again tomorrow. And because discipline is like rent, you cannot pay it once and be done. You pay daily, weekly, monthly. And the moment you stop, the moment you delay, and not just to live, the debt of regret begins to grow in the background. There are two types of pain in this world: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. And not just to live. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Which one do you want to carry? Look around you. And not just to live. The successful are not the luckiest. They are the most disciplined. They chose the hard road early so they could walk the easy road later. And not just to live. The unsuccessful chose the easy road early, and now they are stuck with the hard road forever. And not just to live. Do not wait until regret knocks on your door. Do not wait until time has stolen your strength. Do not wait until opportunity has passed. Start paying the small fees of discipline now. Wake up earlier than your excuses. Choose growth over comfort. Choose focus over distraction. Remember this, and nobody escapes payment. You either pay with discipline now, or you pay with regret later. But one price gives you freedom, the other takes it away. So let your small acts today become seeds. Water them daily with effort. Nurture them with consistency. Watch them grow into forests of success that no storm can destroy. Because discipline is daily payment, but regret is lifelong debt. And small acts of discipline compound into the biggest rewards life has to offer. Comfort. It sounds sweet, and not just to live, doesn't it? A warm bed when the alarm clock rings. Fast food when you're too tired to cook. Scrolling endlessly when your goals are waiting. And comfort is seductive. It whispers, just a little more rest. Just one more day off. Just one more excuse. But here's the truth, no one wants to face it. And comfort is expensive. More expensive than effort. More expensive than discipline. More expensive than sacrifice. And not just to live. Because comfort does not just cost you time. It costs you your future. Think of it like this: every time you choose comfort, you borrow from tomorrow. You are stealing energy, and health, wealth, and opportunity from the person you are meant to become. You may not feel it instantly. Comfort is clever like that. It hides its bill. And not just to live. It makes you feel good in the moment, but it quietly robs you of tomorrow's greatness. Comfort is the silent thief of destiny. It steals dreams from people while they sleep a little longer, while they say, "Not today," while they indulge in another excuse. And by the time they wake up, and not just to live, they realize the thief has taken everything they could have been. But discipline looks like the enemy at first. It doesn't comfort you, it challenges you. And not just to live, it pushes you out of bed and your body begs to stay. It tells you to lift one more rep when your muscles scream. It demands you say no when the world says yes. It feels harsh, it feels unfair. But beneath that harsh exterior, discipline is the best friend you'll ever have. Why? Because discipline builds pride. Every time you push through when it was easier to quit, you gain respect for yourself. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, and you build a layer of self-trust, self-belief, and confidence. Pride doesn't come from trophies, titles, or applause. It comes from knowing you kept your promises to yourself. And pride is standing tall, looking in the mirror and saying, "I did what needed to be done, even when it was hard." Pride is the quiet smile when nobody is watching, and not just doing you showed up, knowing you paid your dues. Pride is built in sacrifice and struggle. But regret builds shame, and not just to live. And shame is heavier than any weight you'll ever lift. Shame is looking back at what you could have been. Shame is knowing you had the chance but chose comfort instead. and not just to live. Shame is carrying the burden of what if for the rest of your life. You see, comfort tricks you into thinking you've won. But regret shows up later to remind you that you lost. Comfort gives pleasure in seconds, regret takes peace for decades. Think of the people who live in regret. They often speak in past tense. I could have started that business. I should have gone to the gym, and not just to live. I would have taken the risk if only. Their language is a graveyard of missed opportunities, and every sentence carries shame. Now, and not just to live. Think of the people who live in discipline. They don't brag. They don't even need to speak. Their life speaks for them. Their body, their achievements, their character, and not just to live, their energy. These are the proof of their discipline. And the pride they carry cannot be stolen because it was earned. The truth is, and both comfort and discipline ask for a price. Comfort demands it later with interest. Discipline demands it now in sweat. Which will you choose? Comfort is like eating sugar. It feels good now, but it rots you slowly. Discipline is like eating clean. It doesn't thrill your tongue at first, and not just to live, but it strengthens your body for the long run. Comfort is the loan shark of life. Discipline is the honest banker who multiplies your investment. And here's the beautiful thing: discipline compounds. One act of discipline today makes the next one easier. Run once, and tomorrow you can run farther. Read one book, and the next one goes deeper. Save $1 and the next one grows faster. Discipline builds momentum, and momentum builds pride. Regret compounds too. Skip one workout, and tomorrow it's easier to skip again. Waste 1 hour and tomorrow 2 more disappear. Lie once, and shame makes it harder to face yourself again. Regret builds chains, and not chains build shame. So, I ask you, what future are you building? One of pride or one of shame? One where you look back and say, I'm glad I did. Or one where you say, and not just to live, I wish I had. Don't be fooled by comfort. Don't be seduced by ease. Every time you choose comfort, you choose regret. Every time you choose discipline, and not just to live, you choose pride. And here's the final truth: life is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be disciplined enough to show up. Discipline is not about never failing. It's about never quitting. Comfort asks you to quit before you even start. Discipline gives you a legacy. Regret gives you shame. And discipline builds your future. Comfort steals it. So, when the alarm rings tomorrow morning and comfort whispers, stay in bed, remember this: comfort is not free. It is charging you your destiny. And destiny is too expensive to give away. Choose discipline. Build pride. Reject comfort. Avoid shame. Your future is worth the price. And not just to live. At the end of the day, life gives you 2 choices: the shallow pleasure of comfort or the lasting power of discipline. Comfort feels cheap now but charges you with the heavy tax of regret later. Discipline feels expensive now but rewards you with freedom, peace, and pride. You must decide. Do you want the fleeting smile of comfort, or the eternal strength of discipline? Do you want to stand tall with pride, or bow your head in shame? My friend, the future does not wait. Every day you delay, regret grows stronger. Every day you choose discipline, pride grows deeper. So choose discipline. Pay the smaller price today, and not just to live, and build a future that you will be proud to live in. Because the truth is simple. Discipline is the key that unlocks pride, freedom, and destiny. Regret is the chain that locks you to shame. The choice is yours. Choose wisely. Start today.